The giants of sports debate shows and big sports media are at odds right now. These men call themselves brothers, okay? Both sides call themselves brothers. But they're at odds right now due to comments made by Stephen A. Smith on I want to say the JJ Redick podcast, in which Stephen A. Smith basically was saying something to the effect of Skip Bayless came and sought him out to do the show with him because, in his opinion, his words, he claims that Skip was telling him he had taken the show as far as it could go, and that he needed Stephen A. to come do the show with him to take it to another level. Stephen A. says once he got on there, they shot to number one, and they've been there since. He claims that that Skip Bayless had said to him, like, you know, the bosses weren't happy with the ratings and the revenue, uh, and that changed once he came aboard with Skip Bayless. Now, Skip Bayless felt some type of way about these comments because, y'all might not know Skip Bayless is the originator of that show. Now, he's not the originator of the sports debate genre, as I told y'all before. The OGs, at least from an ESPN standpoint, is Mike Wilbon and Tony Kornheiser. PTI, love PTI, love PTI. It's kind of, as I told y'all before, it's kind of like what we do. Put it on some. You got just brothers talking sports, except they do it on a daily basis. Very short segments on each topic. Because really just 30 minutes. But man, I've loved it since I was a kid. And so seemed like the genesis of Stephen A. and Skip Bayless' relationship was uh FS1 trying to, or Fox Sports Net maybe at that time, trying to put them together in a show that would rival Partner Interruption, but make it more gritty, I guess. And said we're gonna call it Sports in Black and White. Y'all see what these shows be doing, be trying to put black man versus white man and shit like that. Y'all see how they be doing. Uh but for whatever reason, it didn't work. Skip Bayless claims that it didn't work out with them because Fox Sports Net was like, every day of Stephen A is too much to stomach, and that he was going to bat for Stephen A. That's some shit there, boy. Because look how it's coming out. It's coming out like he's saying the bosses didn't feel like they could deal with this black man, but he's the good white guy that was going to bat for him. Whew, it's tough right there, boy. But y'all know, years later they did get together. Skip Bayless claims that Stephen A is capping, that it wasn't like he just needed them. He claims that ratings were good before him, revenues were good before him, you know, that he acting like he just wanted to help Stephen A and help save his career. He ain't like ESPN was just doing Stephen A wrong at the time, that he was just trying to help out a partner. Okay. That boy Skip Bayless in his retort even brought out the money. Start talking the money. We know they split apart. Skip claims he went to FS1 to show loyalty to some of the cats that held him down over there at ESPN, who had moved over to FS1, who were trying to be loyal to them and help them out in their new endeavors. They offered him the bag, took the bag. It talks about how Stephen A got a lot of publicity for that $10 million contract that he signed, but Skip claims that it's not 10 mil per year. Let Skip Bayless tell it. In the totality of the contract, he claiming he make more money. He makes more money than Stephen A. Smith. I think he said something to the effect of, "Yeah, he got 8 per year, but he got a 4-year deal for 32 million, while Stephen A. got like a 5-year deal for 28." I think he's saying something like Stephen A. got $10 million for that first year, but then like on the back end, like he was getting 6, 6, 6, and then another 10. So like, damn, this is messy. This is messy. Mike Wilbon and Tony Kornheiser have never been problematic like this. This shit is messy. You got two cats, very big egos, very big ego. Y'all see how Stephen A. be acting. Stephen A. be acting like he God gift to sports media. He is so proud of himself being the face of ESPN. You know what I'm talking about? But Skip Bayless be wanting you to know he want motherfuckers know I made your asses. In Skip Bayless' mind, he's David Ruffin and Stephen A. and Shannon Sharp are the Temptations. Goddamn it, you can tell it. Like in Stephen A.'s tweet about the whole dust up, he goes out of his way to thank Skip for what he did for him and all that kind of shit. You know what I'm talking about? This Stephen A. experience. You know, Stephen A. don't do a lot of that shit now until you run down on him. Okay. He gave a lengthy reply, but he claims he didn't lie about a damn thing. That's his word. He says it's nothing more than a misunderstanding. Uh, He said, I've stated on many occasions, Skip Bayless made first take. He carried it on his back for years. And when he asked me to come on, he needed me because he carried the show on his back for years. He needed a permanent host. He asked and chose me because of his decision, all cap. I've enjoyed the success I have because of him. I've become what I've become at ESPN, excuse me. Skip Bayless is my brother, all caps. I will always love this man, always be grateful. Okay, pleasantries. Thanks him again. He goes down to say my comments about the state of first take at that time, excuse me, is what I was told. It certainly wasn't meant to slight my brother. I would never intentionally do that. The only sad part about that portion of this is that he appears to not know that, despite my consistent commentary over the years regarding how much he means to me. Check the record. The rest I will address my brother Skip privately. And then he closes it out. So these boy mess. Cause see, when cats go on these podcasts and goddamn it, they be flexing them resumes and talking about what they did and stuff like that. These fucking egos coming to it. Skip Bayless claims that Stephen A. got the biggest ego he's ever seen. I've heard folks like Jamel Hill, Carrie Champion talk about Skip motherfucking ass too, though. So this is interesting. This is interesting. Cause I keep telling y'all, don't watch them. Watch Put It On Something. These boys don't know what the fuck they be talking about anyway. Y'all see they message, they full of themselves. One getting 32 mil over 8 years, the other one getting 28 mil over 5 years, and they bickering on who made who, woo, woo, woo. You ain't got to deal with none of that. Put it on something. Independent, black owned, family business, family affair. You feel me? But this will be interesting to see how it turns out. Skip Bayless did kind of allude to they even might get back together, so I think they're gonna work this thing out. I don't know where Shannon Sharp will fall in that. Shannon Sharp, I think, has been good for Skip. They've done. Maybe it's not Skip and Stephen A. because it seemed like they thought of each other as more equals. You can tell that on this show, you can tell that Shannon kind of he kind of knows that Skip shit. And once in a while he had to read Skip and get, because Skip would be doing that, it's my turn and all that shit. And he had to goddamn push back on that motherfucker. He'd be going too far. But Shannon had said on camera he appreciates Skip Bayless for choosing him and shit like that. Now I will say this: when Stephen A. and Skip were together, you ain't see Stephen A. just trying to sun him. He would tell him you don't need to talk basketball no more and all that kind of shit. But some of the ways he be doing that he used to do Max, let's put it like that. He didn't do Skip the way he used to do Max. And that's probably because that was Skip's show and Skip motherfucking had put him on. So I can see them getting back together, But for right now, seems like these brothers got some shit to work out. Put it on something. My kids wanted me to tell y'all to make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me across all social media platforms, like the videos, and share them. Did I forget anything?
And turn on the post notifications.
Y'all heard them. And also, visit StatementTeesLLC.com and shop with us. That's Statement Tees. Every t-shirt you wear
makes a statement.